as my primary and secondary, I end up running with a Dominator and a Dagger laser pistol because the greater purpose of this build that I wanted to run here was sort of an experiment to see if I had the correct idea for how each of these weapons should be used, because I've seen so many comments on YouTube and in social media and Reddit and talking about, the Dominator being great but not having enough ammo, and the Dagger being like totally useless. And my assertion was that people weren't using them right. And I think in this footage you'll see that I make a good case for people not understanding how to use these weapons. I do think part of it is that people have an impression on what primary and secondary weapon means from other games like, Battlefield, Call of Duty, things like that. But this game is different. And to illustrate that point, you're going to see in this footage, my idea for this build is that when I see regular trash, your what I call light infantry, things like the Ravager infantry on the bot side or the scavengers and hunters on the bug side, the smaller stuff, that's what you use the pistol for. You use the pistol to clear those things out because they don't have a lot of health. You don't need to use a lot to take them out. And the Dagger pistol has a really good range and a really good damage. So it is the primary thing that you should be using to take out trash. Whereas the Dominator, being a very high damage weapon but having a very low ammo capacity, is something you should be using more on what I call heavy infantry. Things like the Devastators, the Berserkers, or on the bug side, the Hive Guardians or the Brood Commanders. That's what you should be using a Dominator for, or a Plasma Scorcher, things like that. You get the idea. While the Dominator is very, very good against Devastators, it is a one-shot headshot on Devastators if you can get the headshot. It does suffer when it comes to the walkers. The round, despite being a medium armor penetrating weapon, it doesn't have the punch to get through and take out a walker. The rounds will deflect right off the walker. But again, against Devastators, it's a very good weapon.